Welcome back to the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel, where four-star quarterback Chris Parson will announce his college decision shortly. The Brentwood, Tennessee Ravenwood standout and Elite 11 finalists will choose between SMU, Mississippi State, TCU, and Virginia Tech. Ravenwood head coach Will Hester calls Parson the most unbelievable leader he's been around in his 24 years of coaching. Parson's a terrific player on the field, too. As a junior, he threw for over 2,000 yards, rushed for over 1,000 more, and scored 42 or posted 42 touchdowns total in the process. A dual threat player with an explosive arm. He sees the field well, makes good decisions with the football. With that, let's bring in the man of the hour, Chris Parson. Congrats, Chris, and welcome to 24/7 Sports platform.
Sir, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Introduce us to who's on stage with you and the impact that they had on you getting to this moment.
Yeah, so here I have my mom and dad. I have my brother and my sister as well. And they played a big role. Without them, I wouldn't be here. They've made a lot of sacrifices for me to get to this point. And I'm extremely thankful and blessed to have them in my corner.
What kind of player, how would you describe your game, Chris?
Well, I would first label myself as a leader. I pride myself on being a servant to others. But as far as, being on the field, I look at myself as a pass-first quarterback who can use my legs and extend plays when needed and get my playmakers to football.
A former Florida State commit, you reopened your process this summer. You narrowed it down to these four schools. How'd you get it to these programs, and what were you looking for in the one that you're going to choose here later today?
Yeah, well, these four programs were definitely spots I could see myself at. And all of these programs built really good relationships with me. And, some of these programs before I committed last July, I had built relationships with. And so, going about this process, I really just wanted to find the best fit for me. And these four schools were the schools that, I ended up narrowing it down to because I really felt like there was somewhere where I could thrive at.
Chris, the floor is yours to tell everybody where you'll be playing your college football.
All right. Well, first, I want to thank all of y'all for coming out today to share this special moment with me and my family. First off, I want to thank God for this opportunity. With Him, all things are possible, and I'm just thankful for all that He has done for me throughout my life. Secondly, I want to thank my parents and the rest of my family for the sacrifices they have made to help me get to where I am today. And I also want to thank my teammates. I love y'all boys to death, man. Without y'all, I wouldn't be here. You guys are my backbone, my brothers, man, and I'm excited about the things we're going to do this year. And lastly, I want to thank all the schools who have, recruited me throughout this process, even going back to my freshman year. I look at this as a blessing, and I'm extremely thankful to be in this position. It's understood that I can only choose one school. So with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be announcing my commitment to taking my talents to Mississippi State University.
Chris, congrats. Starkville bound. What were your favorite things about Mississippi State?
It felt like home. I have a lot of connections to Mississippi State. My dad graduated from Mississippi State. My mom is from Starkville, Mississippi. I had a really good relationship with Coach Leach, Coach Hollensheed, Coach Milley, pretty much the whole staff. The players that were there already at Mississippi State, they welcomed me in with open arms, man, and they had me, they just took me under their wing and they showed me that this was the place for me to be.
With your dad attending school at Mississippi State, was that the program you grew up rooting for?
I was a Florida State fan growing up, but I did, I watched a lot of SEC football being in the South, and, Mississippi State was a school that was always on my TV come Saturday afternoons. So I watched many Mississippi State games growing up. I was an FSU fan, but Mississippi State was the team that I definitely watched, watching SEC ball growing up.
Coach Leach is certainly known for prolific throwing offenses. Talk about your potential and how you think you fit into what he does.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach Leach, he's a great quarterback coach. He knows how to groom quarterbacks, and I feel like, going to Mississippi State, this would be a great opportunity for me to showcase myself as a passer and be around the best competition in the best conference.
We've seen Mississippi State be number one in the country. We've seen that program produce great quarterbacks. What is the potential of this program with you coming in there and your fellow classmates?
Extremely high. I wouldn't have chose Mississippi State if I didn't believe in what they were doing there. I believe in the system. I believe in the guys that we have committed in the 2023 class, and I'm looking forward to getting there.
Was there anything else that excited you about this school and program? And how long have you known that you'd be a Bulldog?
Well, looking at all the factors that went into me choosing my school, I did want to go somewhere where I knew I would play the best competition. The SEC is definitely that. Day in and day out, week in and week out. I had the opportunity to play against some of the best players in the nation, and I feel like that's a great opportunity to showcase what I can do on the college level. But as far as my decision, I had a good feeling about it after my second visit. We ended up coming back home here in Tennessee, having family meetings and just talking things out. A lot of prayer, just talking to God, hoping that He would lead me in the right direction. And it was probably around last week when I ended up calling Coach Leach and letting him know that I wanted to be a Bulldog.
Is there a more soothing sound than those cowbells on a football Saturday in
Man,
Starkville?
I'm excited to get down there already, man. That's definitely, when you talk about college football, especially SEC football, those are the type of atmospheres you want to play inside of. So with me going to Mississippi State, I get to experience that every single home game, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Chris, I know they're looking forward to having you. Congrats on your commitment
Yes,
to
sir.
Mississippi State.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for doing it right here on the 24/7 Sports platform. You can read more about it on our Hail State site there, MississippiState.247sports.com. Thanks again. Congrats again, and good luck as a senior over there at Ravenwood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
And for the rest of you, for the latest on the recruiting trail, live commitments, several recruiting shows, Preps to Pros, The Block, Wilt Fong Whip Around, and of course, Late Kick. Stay locked into the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel.